If you want to get steals and green threes while also getting chase down blocks on the other end day one of NBA 2K25, then you've made it to the right place. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Risk, and we are here with the first video of NBA 2K25. And what other way to get it started off with my own center build, which what I think is the best popper big man build in NBA 2K25. It took a lot of time making this build. I looked at tons of videos and I kind of compared and contrasted, and I came to the conclusion that this build right here is the most competitive 3v3, 2v2 center build in NBA 2K25 as of now. So if you're new, make sure you hit that like button, hit that big red subscribe button, hit the notification bell, set it to all notifications so you can be notified every time I make an upload. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right into this build video. So obviously when we're starting off with our build, we're going to start off with our position, and for the last several years, and I believe it will continue for another year, power forward seems to be the best position to go for centers. It just allows you, to get extra speed and certain animations, and unless you really plan on making a 7-foot center, which I will talk about here now, there's no reason not to go for power forward as your position. Because for the fact of we're going to be right in between the two meta builds people are making, 6'7s and 7'1s, and I think 6'9 is the perfect height. A power forward at 6'9 will be in the middle. You'll be faster than the 7-footers, you'll be stronger and bigger than the 6'7s, and overall I think it's just the best height for a center build in this game. Now your weight, I think here 248, simply just because I think it had something to do with my defensive rebounding, because that's really so far what I've seen weight affect the most. Either way, you're gonna get a lot of speed. Wingspan, I went 7'4", which is one below max, simply to get that 78 3 ball and 85 mid-range shot, which will unlock specific badges that we'll get into soon. Now when we break down these ratings, we're going to start off with our finishing ratings. As you see here, we went with a 75 close shot for one specific reason: to get Paint Prodigy. And you'll see this come up a lot, where a lot of these attributes I'm setting specifically to get specific badges. So really a lot of these attributes have no wiggle room no more, because they are set in stone to get specific badges. Now my driving layup, I didn't really upgrade it for the purpose of getting a badge. It was more of just extra attributes, and I just wanted to have a layup attribute so I'm not missing wide open layups. Now moving on to driving dunk, I liked it to go with an 87 driving dunk. I'm sure that number stands out to you guys. That is because that gets you silver posterizer and pro one-legged contact dunks, which that just unlocks a whole different stratosphere and potential for this build. As you'll see later on, this is not a build that has a lot of playmaking, that's going to be dribbling like a stretch. So having that driving dunk adds another element, even without being able to handle the ball and play make at a high level. Standing dunk, we went with 72, simply to get that bronze rise up. Like I talked to you guys, we're simply going for badges at this point, and rise up is just one of the most important badges for a center. You want that at least on bronze. Post control, I didn't touch. That's just the lowest I could take it. Mid-range, like I told you guys earlier, 85 with a 78 3-point, simply for the badges. That silver deadeye, that silver set shot specialist, those are the two badges you really want on this build to be able to shoot at an elite level. And remember, in this game there's also cap breakers and +1 badges for a tier 1 or tier 2 badge, which I could make a whole other video kind of discussing and breaking all that down. But essentially what that means is that we could actually elevate one of these badges like deadeye to gold potentially later on in the year once we upgrade our rep and our season pass. Now free throw, we went for 62. Once again, just maximum I could take it. Very important here, guys, pass accuracy, we took it to a 70 pass accuracy. Now the reason we did this is to get bronze dimer and to also get the passing style Paolo Banchero, which is one of the most heavily used passing styles in 2K24. And pretty much passing styles help you get better passing animations, faster passes, and lane steals in this game, supposedly based on what I've played so far, are very overpowered. So having a good pass style, having those faster passes, and then getting that bronze break starter and bronze dimer will be very helpful for this build. Moving now into our ball handle and our speed of ball, like I said, didn't really upgrade it a whole lot. Just use what I can with the leftover attributes. Simply because, like I said, this is not meant to be a stretch, fun type of park build. This is going to be your prototypical popper build that could dominate the stage, the proving grounds, and whatnot. So then moving on to our defense, this is the strength of the build. You're going to have 77 interior defense. Once again, specifically for the badges. This will allow you to get gold paint protector. I know it only says silver, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But it's to allow you to get that gold, to allow you to get bronze post lockdown, gold off ball pest, very important badges. And once again, we are 6'9" with an almost max wingspan, so we should be able to guard the paint without having, to get an 85 plus interior defense. Perimeter defense, very important attribute, guys. Baluba said this year that you need perimeter defense pretty much. It has been evident so far in the gameplays that, everybody's been playing so far that you need perimeter defense. If not, people will shoot right over you, which is why I elected to go with an 82. Even though we are a center, like I said, we want to be able to switch on to guards. So having that silver challenger, the gold off-ball pass, the bronze on-ball menace, the bronze pick dodger helps us with that. Just having that 82 perimeter defense just allows us better contest overall. Moving on to our steal, 70 steal, once again, perfectly where I want it. It allows us to get that bronze glove, allows us to get that bronze interceptor, which bronze glove is very nice to have on a center, to be honest. You don't need a 90 steal in a center. We're not going to be picking people all the time, but having that to our disposal is always nice. And obviously, the bronze interceptor is always nice as well. Block, 88 block. This is the strength of the build right here. We're going to be having a block party every game, all right, with this 88 block, and it's going to allow us to get gold pogo, gold high flying denier. And here's what I was going to explain to you earlier. We actually can get gold paint protector because I plan on using cap breakers, the cap breakers that I unlock at starter 3, I believe it is, which shouldn't take more than a couple weeks, maybe a month at most. I'll be putting 5 of them on my block, and it will allow me to reach those badges at Hall of Fame tier. So it's very important to know what cap breakers are and how they will be affecting your build. Now moving on to defensive rebounding, 92 gives you that gold rebound chaser. You don't really need offensive rebounding as long as you have that gold rebound chaser, the gold box out beast, the gold pogo stick. You'll be able to rebound perfectly fine on offense. And last but not least, our physical stats. Speed, you want that maxed all the way. You want to be able to run, like I said, up and down the court faster than those 7-1s and actually be able to keep pace with those 6-7 centers as well. Agility, also very important in this game. That stands for lateral quickness. So I wish I could have gotten it higher on this build, but 71 is not too bad either. And even later down the road, you could apply cap breakers to this to have better lateral quickness if it does in fact hurt the build at all. 83 strength allows us to get that gold box out beast, that silver brick wall, which in my opinion is all you need for brick wall. And last but not least, moving on to our vertical, we got it to an 80 just to simply get those badges you see there: pogo stick, posterizer, high flying denier. And also it's very important to get some specific dunk styles and dunk animations later on, which you need kind of in cohesion with that driving dunk to make that worth it. But with that being said, guys, that is the build. You see similar shades of Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, and we actually come out as I think a 3-way scorer, which is kind of crazy, being a center. It just kind of shows the offensive potential this build has, even with no playmaking. And yeah, that's why I think it's the best popper build so far right now in NBA 2K25. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure you turn on notifications so you can be notified for my next build videos coming out. And yeah, it's your boy Risk, and I'm out.